Tomorrow, April 15th, SDS will be hosting a stream at 2:30 p.m. Eastern, and it will be streamed until launch of the new content, basically a push the button stream. Now, we see so far that the 15th, we're getting the Jackie Robinson Day, which they go all out for, and I will describe it in detail. And we're also getting Tops Now. Within that Tops Now, we're going to be getting a Legend Lightning player reveal, and we have some predictions as well for that. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And last but not least, there's going to be a lot more content than just these two, because we know, even though it is not mentioned there, that Big Dog Set 3 is dropping, and we have already seen the base diamond choices. When it comes to the player program, we most likely are getting a Jackie Robinson player program, and I will discuss the reward path that I think we will see later on, but it will most likely be found inside the other programs section. And the perfect program to go ahead and look at in terms of how to prepare for that Jackie Robinson program is going to be the Washington Nationals program, because inside that program we receive a diamond player. Now I believe we will receive a gold player, which I will go ahead and show, and a diamond player for Jackie Robinson. When we look at the tasks, I think they're going to be spot on similar to this. We're going to have moments dedicated specifically to Jackie Robinson, and unlike the Washington Nationals Nike City Connect program, I don't think there's going to be anything specific for the Dodgers team but just Jackie Robinson. When it comes to the parallel XP missions, because they don't do any more of those specific player missions, I think it's going to be the same exact thing. I think we're going to have Jackie Robinson parallel XP missions, and that's probably only going to be 1 or 2 if they do have 2 Jackie Robinson edition cards, and then the rest are going to be parallel XP with Dodgers players, which will also go ahead and lead to the rise of prices for Dodgers players inside the community market. So I don't want you to go ahead and invest all of your stubs into this, because it would be a bad investment. They should go ahead and rise in price, especially if there are tasks such as these, and then after the first 2 days they will drop back down in price. So I don't expect you to go ahead and drop 100,000 stubs. I expect you to maybe drop something like 10,000 stubs on gold players that you know are useful and people would want to use. For example, Will Smith and players like that, players that we'll see play inside conquest, mini seasons, etc. Not the commons, and maybe bronzes will, but not those diamond players that are already expensive. They might see a jump, but it won't be as profitable as you think. And another reason why I think that Live Series Dodgers players, as well as the prospect Dodger player, will also see a rise in price is if they do have these tasks, which I think they will, where you exchange Dodger players in order to get reward points for the Jackie Robinson program, as well as exchanging players from the NL West in order to get reward points for the Jackie Robinson program. So you might see a slight raise in price in all of the other NL West team players, but it's not going to be as substantial as the Dodgers players rise in price, because they will most likely have specific parallel XP tasks. Small intermission break. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe button, notification button. Check out the description for our Twitch and Discord. Help this channel expand. Now, in order to discuss the reward path that I think we're gonna see, I had to hop back into MLB The Show 21. This is not 22, just in case you're wondering. So I think we're gonna be following a similar reward path to what we had for player programs, where we got a 99 overall of the card. Now, I don't think we're gonna get a 99 overall version of Jackie Robinson, so I think it will most likely stop at a 92 overall, if not 89 to 92 overall. That's the range I'm gonna give for the Diamond Jackie Robinson card that we're gonna get. But I think along the way we are going to get a 99 overall Jackie Robinson, but not this early on into the game. So the reward path, I believe we're gonna be getting stubs from it. I believe we're gonna be getting standard packs and also uniform. If they do bring out a conquest map, that's where all the ball player equipment is going to be at, and we're gonna discuss that as well. But if they decide not to bring out a conquest map, which will 100% surprise me, then I believe the ball player equipment will also be available throughout Jackie Robinson's reward path up until the diamond version of the card. Now, last year we didn't see the gold version of the card, so unfortunately I can't bring it up to the screen, but just look at this 88 overall version of the card and nerf it down, and instead of second base primary, it would be first base primary. It would be around the overall of an 82 to 83 overall, and it'd just be a really good contact hitter with decent fielding, sort of like this one, and then above average speed. The diamond version of the card, although, would be 100% nerfed from what you're seeing right here. This was the 99 overall version of Jackie Robinson last year, which was an amazing card. I think the 91, 92, 89 to 92 overall card is going to most likely be left field primary, and it's going to have sort of similar stats to that first base Jackie Robinson, except it's going to have better fielding and it's going to be a lot faster and might have a little bit more pop to it as well, but similar contact numbers. Now last year in MLB The Show 21, they gave us this conquest map, which only had one stronghold for us to beat, and that was Jackie Robinson's team, the Los Angeles Dodgers. And throughout the conquest map, there were tons of diamond ball player equipment as well as uniforms and universal icons that we could have went ahead and equipped. I will go inside each and every single diamond piece of equipment so you could know whether or not you wasted some stubs buying some diamond equipment, when tomorrow you could have went ahead and gotten this for absolutely free if it is included. We're going to start it off with the diamond cleats. These diamond cleats were arguably the best cleats you could have had inside the game for absolutely free. There was nothing beating it, and honestly, after you got them, you probably wouldn't have even wasted any sort of stubs on getting better cleats unless you were doing Road to the Show and you were doing a series for content. The next big piece of ball player equipment that they brought out was the back grip. It was a diamond back grip, and all diamond back grips have the same attribute increasements. So if you would have gotten this for free, you definitely would have saved a ton of stubs, because you would have never had to buy any other tier of diamond back grip, and you could have sold the other ones in order to make stubs. After that, we had the Jackie Robinson socks. These Jackie Robinson socks were the best socks in the game by a mile. There was no socks that offered you more speed and steel than the Jackie Robinson socks, and they were diamond, as you can see. So they really went out, and they usually do, so I don't expect any less from them tomorrow. And last but not least, they gave us two bats. Now the Shohei Ohtani, as of right now, when you pre-ordered the game and had gotten early access, that is the best bat in the game, as it gives you +8 power, +8 contact. This Jackie Robinson Day bat is more of a Jackie Robinson Day skin bat, and it gives you +6/+6, so it's still a solid diamond bat, but the conquest map gave you one that was even better. Now the bat that they gave you that was even better was the 1947 to 1956 Louisville Slugger Jackie Robinson R17 Ash bat, and it had +7/+7 in terms of power and contact, so it was basically on the same line as the digital deluxe edition pre-order Jackie Robinson bat, which was +8, +8, but it was just one underneath, and you got it for absolutely free and would never have to worry about a diamond bat again. Now the last thing we're going to discuss when it comes to Jackie Robinson Day, and most likely the missions, is to make sure when you go ahead and do the missions for Jackie Robinson, wherever you go ahead and do them, that you're working on this parallel XP mission for the Dodgers, and automatically that's also going to net you the featured programs NL West parallel XP missions for week 2. And not only that, but it is more than likely that once you get the diamond version of Jackie Robinson, you will also be able to complete a collection for probably 15,000 experience. Now when it comes to Tops Now, it's going to be very interesting. We don't know whether or not Tops Now will revolve around moments like it did in previous years. In MLB The Show 21, what would occur is, for the prior week, they would come out with Tops Now moments out of spotlights that occurred inside those games, and they would give each and every single card that would have a spotlight either a silver or gold card in the beginning of the game cycle. You would get it inside a pack, and you would be able to choose in the silver round 1 player and in the gold round 1 player too, and that would start working towards the Tops Now collection. Now the reason I say a Tops Now collection is because as the year progressed, the more Tops Now cards you had, the better it was, because you would need them eventually for vouchers to get big collections. Not only that, but since you were not able to get, let's say, all 6 or 8 Tops Now cards, but only were able to pick 4, let's say for example, or 2 out of 4, then those other cards would always rise in price. And since Tops Now is limited by weeks, then you don't get the chance to go ahead and get more of them unless you make a new account, which then you're not really progressing on that same account. So Tops Now cards are extremely limited, and they are great investments, as well as something that you should do 100% out of 100% of the time. When it comes to the Tops Now collection, I believe collecting all the players, it's going to be very similar to the Cover Athletes collection. I believe that collecting all the Tops Now players is eventually what's going to give you that Legend Lightning Player of the Month month cards, sort of like how collecting all of the cover athletes or the majority of them is going to net you this 96 overall Joe Mauer. I think it's going to be the same thing. Now let's look at 3 predictions provided to us by MLB The Show Card Art, which I highly suggest you all follow. Now, provided to us by MLB The Show Card Art, you see his links to his socials right there underneath Tony Perez. That's the same thing on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Make sure you guys go ahead and give him a follow. Right now he has 3 predictions. He has Walter Johnson, Tony Perez, and Vida Blue as his 3 predictions for the April Player of the Month Lightning cards. And then last but not least, we got Big Dog Set 3. We have ourselves Nelson Cruz, 88 overall. Most likely is going to be a power bat with no fielding. O'Neal Cruz, which is going to be interesting to use. Most likely going to be a very good power bat with decent enough fielding at short. And then Lefty Grove, Brian Roberts, and last but not least, Francisco Alvarez. All of them are going to be very solid cards. Big Dog Set 3. I'm excited to see the rare round.